1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's see how this reacts. Vertical instead. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pontiac WYAC, and we here. Excuse me. Let me clear my throat. Welcome. We're gonna be talking about the government shutdown. If you want to talk about that, we could talk about how Memphis. Hey yo, look like Memphis people are acting like they saying, hey, we glad the National Guard is here. That's what they saying in Memphis. Hey. And I would have some stuff pulled up to actually show that. But, I didn't really know if I was coming on today. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I really didn't know if I was coming on today. But since I'm here, how y'all doing? Put a comment on the screen. Hello there, TD Luke. Thank you. But if you would like to call in, the number is 248-905-1128, 248-905-1128. And we just on for a little bit. Sometimes I just got to jump on, make sure I still got it. I got to make sure I can do it still. But getting into the topic of conversation, let's go ahead and talk about some things that are happening around in the city of Pontiac, where I'm from. What's up, Jake? Where are you from? Yo, do it clap, Aunt. Yo, what up, Jake? 248-905-1128. If you want to call and complain, you want to call and give praise, you want to call and just say, hey, you want to call and say, hey, whatever, you could call. But again, starting with local news, Pontiac, Michigan, where I'm from, in the locality where I'm from. We have the mayoral situation going on right now. It's heating up. The council. And I just done took a big liking to politics. Like I've been involved in this joint. And very involved in it, actually. And I like what I see, because honestly, right or wrong, a lot of people got a lot of things to say. People got a lot of things to say about what's going on politically in the city of Pontiac. But that's a good thing, because we're getting people participating. We got people involved. We got people in the process. And hopefully that'll bring some more participation, I used to be one of those people that really wasn't into it. For real. But I guess as we get older, we start to start thinking about things that affect us more. I guess our community, things like that become more important to us, and then world politics, and then politics overall. So that becomes a thing. You know what I mean? And I believe that it's I still got my reservations about politics and the policies and things like that, but I'm glad to be a little bit involved with it, or doing my part of, just talking about it. So right now, one of the big things Right now, one of the big things is the M1 concourse that's in Pontiac on District 1 side. A lot of people got a lot of things to say about that. So I guess that, I don't know where you coming from, Jake. I don't know what side of the world, the globe you at. But right now we here in Pontiac, Michigan, and right now we're talking about the M1 concourse. M1 concourse on the District 1 south side of Pontiac, borderline in the East Coast. And, you know, a lot of people got a lot to say about my man Measy did a live stream. Oh my God. Hey, he said he didn't mean to stir the pot. Bruh, but you kicked that hornet's next, bruh, like you punted it. And next thing you know, but that wasn't a bad thing, bruh. You know, it wasn't a bad thing. Conversation began to be had, and then people talking and conversation that questions need to be answered. You know what I mean? So I don't think it was a bad thing. But yeah, he did a live stream a couple of weeks ago, and it was displaying the noise that was happening at M1 Concourse. Come to find out, they had a special event going on that day. But quite honest, you can hear it. I ain't gonna even front. You can hear it, because when he did the live stream, I was like in Keego Harbor around that time. You can hear it in Keego Harbor. So that's the neighboring city. So it was loud. It was loud. And then I went later on that, like an hour later, I went to Bloomfield Township, or Bloomfield, which is a neighboring city, and I heard it there too. So it was pretty loud. So he wasn't fronting, you know what I mean? And then where he was on the east side was right there on top of it. So it was really loud right there. And so I can't imagine, you know, living on the South Coast still. What's up? Hey. If you could share it for me, Monique Jeter, I appreciate it. So yeah, it was loud. It was loud as, you know, it was all loud as all get out. But I think here's a conversation about M1 then that people don't really. I seen a lot of stuff where people was talking about the M1 concourse, and it was like that M1 concourse don't belong here, and X, Y, and Z, and they saying stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, thank you. A lot of people saying the M1 concourse doesn't belong in Pontiac, but yo, man, like, what else would go there? I don't think people really understand what the M1 concourse. Like, I did some background study on the M1 concourse just before it even became a popular issue to talk about. I was thinking, I looked up the M1 concourse like almost 2 years ago, and what that land was. So I'm gonna let you know, everybody, when I was growing up, that was the plant. General Motors had that land all right there, because I grew up a block away from there on the south side, on Cedardale. Right there where M1 Concourse was a playground when I was growing up. Right across the street was a playground up on a hill going into the neighborhood where they got a parking lot right now. That whole facility right there was that whole facility of M1 was General Motors. Let me see what you're saying. My glasses kind of messed up. If they change the hours because the elderly people be okay. And I hear you, Jeter, with that. But this is what I'm about to say with that. They're not gonna change the hours. Think about this. This is a multi-billion-dollar place. They got people paying $500,000, my understanding, for sheds. I toured it twice, like once or twice. They not, you know what I mean? It's like, so what I'm saying is this. That place was General Motors. And what happened was, when General Motors left there, or that left that site became a toxic waste dump. This is what people don't understand. That land was a toxic waste dump. Let me go ahead and share this again. In order for them to be able to use that land They had that land had to be cleaned. So just because that land was empty, you couldn't get it wasn't gonna be no barber shops. It wasn't gonna be no food places. It wasn't, Joe Schmo wasn't gonna be able to put their food trucks on that land. It was deemed nothing. You couldn't do nothing with it. The only thing that was gonna come there was something like what you got right now. Right. Like what you got now, a big box store, Home Depot, grocery store, something like that. But whoever did get that land would have had to do the same thing M1 did, is clean that whole land up. So think about this, number one. If nobody would have came and cleaned that space or that land up, now I'm not going to bat for them, but I'm just playing the devil's advocate, and think about this. The South Side, right on the edge of the South Side, on the edge of the East Side, you would have had a toxic waste dump still sitting there today, more than likely, if them people didn't come and clean it up, number one. Number two, they had to get approval, not only from the city of Pontiac for it, not only from Oakland County for it, not only from Michigan, the state of Michigan, they had to get approval from, if I'm not mistaken, Washington, D.C. I have it on this computer from a couple years ago where I pulled this up, or where I looked this up. So all the changes that would have had to happen in order for that land to even been used, M1 invested a lot of money into that. Now, did they get a deal? Did they get a deal? Did they get a deal? Yes, they got a deal. A racetrack does not belong in the neighborhood, or at least that close. Did they get a deal? Yeah, they got a deal. I ain't gonna front. They did get a deal. All right. So, with that being said, a racetrack does not belong in the neighborhood, or at least that close. Okay, I can agree with you in that, aspect. I can agree with you. But let me ask you though. What could have been there? I mean, who if they wasn't there, who was going to invest, like to put something, who was going to do something there? But they're here. You know what I mean? So they're here now though. I mean, I've been to, let me say, I've been to one before, and there were no other houses that close to it. And I feel you, and I feel you there, and I understand. Hey, and I ain't got to live right there on the South Side at this moment no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not living there no more. I'm not in the neighborhood of Cedardale like I was growing up. But I don't even know if they put up sound walls, if that's going to even help. I really don't, because I mean, them walls got to be almost damn near like Jericho. The walls of Jericho. You know what I'm saying? I don't see how them sound walls is going to really help. I think it's just going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. Tell you the truth, I don't see how soundproof walls is going to help. And then also think about this. Then if you put up a wall, you got to put a wall up on all four corners. People going to start complaining about that. You know what the next thing people going to say? Oh, it looked like a fortress, or it looked like, you know what I mean? They trying to keep us out. You know what's going to happen. In that case, they shouldn't be. And okay, and I feel you, but they're probably not going to go anywhere. But if they're not going to be there, like, think about the tax base that they bring in, the taxes that they spending and they get. Now, I know, and I'm for the people too, and I understand, but I'm trying to look at this on two ways here. the millions of dollars that they pay in taxes for city services. Now, if you take that away, now extra services is going to be restricted already. That's already restricted. So the people ain't going to never, ever be happy. Just like the people ain't happy about downtown with the redevelopment of downtown, Pontiac. People not happy about that. So what do you expect? It's like you can't make black people happy for nothing. Word up. I don't care if there was a grocery store that came into the neighborhood. A big box grocery store. Let's say Kroger. Let's say Kroger popped up somewhere down in the city of Pontiac. People are going to complain about the prices. They too high. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I really don't know. What'd you say? You say at the end of the day, I can't wait for that to be complete. I know it's going to be beautiful. Yeah, it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. And a lot of people, just not happy with nothing. You know what I'm saying? So people want some redevelopment in the city. Some people want some action in the city of Pontiac. People want things to do. People want to be able to go places and be able to spend. They don't have to go far out to go. But as soon as you have these situations, and I'm not saying that M1 couldn't do better. You know what I'm saying? That they couldn't do better. I'm saying they could do better. They did get a sweet deal, but I don't know who else would have honestly cleaned up that land. You know, because that would have been, if M1 wouldn't have came and took that land on, who would have came and made that? Because think about it. I'd rather deal with noise pollution, quite honestly, than radioactive pollution, because that land, people not even thinking about that. That land was actually toxic land. It was a toxic landfill. It had to be cleaned up, period. In order to be, who was going to come in here and invest that time, money, and energy to clean a landfill up? That was in the middle, basically cornering the south side. And so I'd rather deal with air pollution, noise pollution. Neither one of them good, but I'd rather deal with, if you think about it, because I don't think people really looking at it on that level. I'd rather think than land pollution. Let me see. In your opinion, people just want to be a part of of decision. Yeah, they do, and they should be. And they should be. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, it's crazy. I'm glad that Meezy had brought that up. It was a good point. But it is what it is. People want to. I'm glad that people sounding off, and ain't no really right or wrong with this. It's a point counterpoint. Nobody's wrong about what they talking about, because it does make major sense what people talking about, the hours. And one thing that I would like to see M1 do is give participation as far as some type of job, if anybody is. I have solicited M1 a couple times for certain things, and it's hard. It's a hard nut to crack. I should go ahead and send you show the email that I sent a couple of years ago. I sent them multiple emails about, since you're in the city of Pontiac, I do X, Y, and Z. I'm from y'all should see the letter that I wrote to the CEO of M1. I wrote not only the CEO, the hiring managers, the PR person. I sent 20 people this email. It was 20 people on the email. I might resend it. But it was just basically letting them know, like, hey, I'm from the side of town that you guys are built on. Where you guys have your plant is, where my mom or grandma, whatever, used to work at this site. Right across the street where you guys got your, right across the street where you guys are actually got your parking lot, is where me and my brother and sister, cousin, uncle, we used to go to the playground and play. And I gave them a detailed breakdown of how, and what the land that they sitting on, what it means, you know what I mean, to me anyways. And a breakdown, and like, hey, You got to give some people some opportunity that's in the neighborhood. Not saying that you staff your full staff 100% with people from, but give people an opportunity or a chance that's from, the area, a chance to come and prosper, get a job or, do something. So I don't know what the rate of employment as far as Pontiac personnel, people or from Pontiac or that actually work there. That'll be a nice statistic to know. But I think they should, definitely, have something like that going on, incentivization of, actual workers or something. But I think they could do more when it comes to that. Okay. But I'm just trying to figure out what would be there if that wasn't there. Who would have came and, tidied up that land and got it ready to even be lived next to. That land probably would have sat there vacant and toxic for a long time, and I don't know if nothing would have happened to it. It was sitting there for a long time already toxic, and people just walking past it and over it and everything else. So, I'm just thankful, quite honestly, that it's not a toxic landfill no more. And I don't think people really understand what that was before it actually was got there. So we heading up to the mayoral debate for in a couple of weeks. Hey, how you doing, Megan? Mayoral debate for the city of Pontiac. Having this Wednesday at the Bowen Center, supposed to be a mayoral forum. Kermit Williams, candidate, and Mike McGinnis, candidate, will be at the Bowen Center 6 o'clock Wednesday night. It will be live streamed. You guys can come to my page, and it will be live streamed directly from there. And, if you can't make it out, it will be live streamed. So you'll be able to get these last tidbits of information that, that you could probably use to make your decision. Okay? So, if you can't make it out, make sure you come on and watch it live stream. Last time on the live stream at the Bowen Center, something was going on with the internet. It's a disclaimer of mine. I had nothing to do with it, but something was going on with the internet. So hopefully those things are worked out. These kinks are worked out moving forward. But what I'm going to possibly do is lower the resolution just a tad bit. Maybe that might help the internet again, not pull it, because I try to make the image be as clean as possible. So I use a higher, put it like this, I put a higher demand on the internet than they probably have, but they've been able to handle it prior times. But this time I'm not going to really take a chance. I'm going to make sure that, at least we have a solid stream that doesn't drop. So, yeah, but come check out on 6 o'clock on Wednesday. It'll be a mayoral forum, and also I think some candidates may be there, and you can get your last questions answered maybe. Also, in a couple of weeks, you will be seeing Mike McGinnis and Kermit Williams at Art Gallery downtown El Picasso. With Regina, the Queen of Carlones, and Dr. T. Teresa Moore. And that'll be at 8 o'clock in the morning, unless times change. You guys will be able to come on and check that out live and get some, might be some open phone calls. So let's see who we got here. Hello, caller. We got you online. Who we speaking to? Caller. I guess the caller must be, somebody want to play games. We're just going to point here and put them on mute. 725. I'm going to tell the whole world your number. 725-25. Well, since you want to call and play games. 725-251-9036. So whoever want to call and play games, I'll just put your number out so everybody can have it. And that is done. But yeah, so this Wednesday will be the Bay Area debate, or the forum. I'm not gonna say more or less debate, but a forum where they be addressing more questions. Okay, let's listen one more time. Hello, caller. All right, 725-251-9036. They got your number. So, yep. Outside of that, you guys, we will be coming back live tomorrow evening. Like, it's a lot of things going on. I just wanted to pop on because I haven't been on in a minute. And I'm like, man, when I don't come on live, you know what I mean, for a while, I'm like, yo, what's that? I practice on myself more or less, but I got to come on just to be coming on sometime, just to, even if it's nothing in particular I want to kick it about. But I've been so busy the last couple of weeks has been, I'm going to tell you guys, the last couple of weeks, and now I'm just going to kick it. And before I go, the last couple of weeks I've been busy. I for real. It's almost, I've been the busiest I've been really from the last 2 or 3 years. Like these last 3-4 months is like I've been that busy, back to back to back to back to boom, 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 but back to back to boom, 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 for real. Every time I turn around, there's something to do, and which is a blessing. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, okay, I'm trying to find time to X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't had a lot of time to even come live or come on and do the things like this show or whatever the case may be, because I've been taking care of a lot of work and production for other people as far as my business. So I haven't had a lot of time, to do anything. And the other day, I'm gonna tell you guys, I came in the other day and I took a nap. Thought I was gonna take a nap and I was gonna be cool. I took a nap, got up, and went right back to sleep. Got up, ate, and then went right back to sleep. And it's like, yo, I needed that rest. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and this was, I think this was like one of the weekends I had a lot less to do. I still had stuff to do. And today was quote unquote a slow day or a day off more or less, but I still did some work. You know what I mean? I still did some things. And so it's really like no days off. But that ain't also always a good thing. It's not always a good thing at all. You got to get your rest. You know what I mean? So I got an early morning tomorrow morning. Got a early start. Got some podcasts to go ahead and go do at the pod. And then got a press conference to go take care of. So your boy has been busy. And then your boy got a Teams meeting. You know what I mean? With one of the, high-powered organizations here in Pontiac, that I'm a part of, that I sit on the board with. So I had to call and apologize to them because I just, things have been just boom, 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 and I haven't had time to sit down and go over some things I would like to do or with them. So it's just been busy on the go, and it's good to be busy. It's good to be in your zone, and you're, working in your. And I can't, like I said, I can't complain because I'm working in the lane that I want to work in. So I'm being busy in the lane that I want to be in and making a living. I can't complain. It's a truly blessing. And then God is giving me the strength to get up and do it every day. You know what I'm saying? And people want me to do it. And, so it is a great thing, a great thing. So I'm just trying to catch little moments in time, you know what I mean? Just to lax out. So I'm not going to stay on here long because I do have to get up early in the morning and get the day started. The Yanni is just caught me up. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to come on. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is come back on here tomorrow evening. I just wanted to do a little freshen up. This just make me feel better just to come on tonight. I think I'm gonna come on tomorrow night or tomorrow evening, and and we probably have a real topic. Maybe bring somebody in, But again, just wanted to come on and say hello and just you know touch on a couple of basic things that were on my mind. Like I said, you guys always keep God first, family second, and you third. And in that order, you should never be made last because the last is made first. And I will be getting back with you tomorrow night. Yep, tomorrow night, regardless if it's coming on at 9 o'clock for just a minute, I'm coming on. And that's that. With that being said, you guys have a wonderful night. Talk to you soon.